Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. Today is 2nd November 2020 and we are going to analyze the PIB, that is the Press Information Bureau for today. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and we are going to start analyzing the PIB now. The PDF of this lecture you will be getting it on our Telegram channel Simplifying UPSC with Ease. Link is given below in the description box. तो इस क्लास का PDF आपको मिल जाएगा हमारे टेलीग्राम चैनल पर सिंप्लीफाइंग यूपीएससी विद ईज पर, जिसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया हुआ है. लेट्स स्टार्ट द क्लास विदाउट एनी डिले, विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले. ऑल्सो प्लीज मेक नोट्स साइमल्टेनियसली इन द क्लास. क्लास में ही ना साइमल्टेनियसली नोट्स बनाते रहिए, ठीक है. इससे होगा क्या कि आपके नोट्स साइमल्टेनियसली प्रिपेयर होते रहेंगे तो आपके लिए इजी रहेगा उसको रिवाइज करना. देन इट विल बी इजी फॉर यू टू रिवाइज. You will understand while making notes and then later on you can revise and then your third revision will happen on weekends. तो क्लास में नोट्स बनाओगे समझ आएगा, फिर क्लास के बाद रिवाइज करोगे फर्स्ट रिवीजन, सेकंड थर्ड रिवीजन आपकी वीकेंड्स पे हो जाएगी, ठीक है. एंड बिफोर स्टार्टिंग हियर्स अ स्मॉल अनाउंसमेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू. Unacademy full length mains mock paper is a series of full length mock papers for UPSC civil services mains. In this round, Rakesh Verma sir, who is a retired IAS officer, and Runal Patel sir will discuss the solutions of the theory questions and case studies which were asked in GSM 4 ethics paper. The question paper is uploaded in the link is given below in the description box, and the free lectures, free classes by Rakesh Verma sir and Mrinal Patel sir, the link is given below in the description box to those lectures. You can visit those lectures and you can solve your queries related to answer writing in ethics paper. GSM 4 में जो आंसर राइटिंग की इश्यूज आते हैं ना एथिक्स पेपर में, मॉक टेस्ट पेपर के ही थ्रू उन्होंने राकेश वर्मा सर और मृणाल पटेल सर ने वो आपके डाउट सारे सॉल्व कर दिए हैं. सो द लिंक इज गिवन बिलो इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स. राकेश वर्मा सर इज ऑल्सो एन IAS ऑफिसर, ये रिटायर्ड IAS ऑफिसर रह चुके हैं. तो इनका लिंक मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया है फ्री वीडियो लेक्चर्स का, आप वहां से एक्सेस कर सकते हो, ठीक है. Do not forget to watch these lectures. These are very amazing lectures and also they are free of cost. Live classes and special classes. तो इसको जरूर देखिएगा, ठीक है. So let's start. The first topic is State Formation Day. So many states of India celebrate their Formation Day on 1st November 2020. The states of Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Kerala, they celebrate their Formation Day on 1st November 2, ठीक है, every year. हर साल 1 नवंबर को आंध्र प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, हरियाणा, कर्नाटका, MP, तमिलनाडु, पंजाब और केरला अपना स्टेट फॉर्मेशन डे सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. Union territories of Lakshadweep, Andaman, Nicobar Islands, Chandigarh, Puducherry, they were also formed on November 1st and Delhi was also formed on this date. So these are important for prelims. ये जो टॉपिक है आपका, ये आपका प्रीलिम्स के लिए बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. प्लीज मेक अ नोट ऑफ इट. So these are the following states and union territories. The year of their formation has been given and the legislation through which they were formed is also mentioned. ये टेबल को आपको प्रिंट आउट निकलवा कर, take a print out of this chart and stick it on your study table. अपने स्टडी टेबल पे इसको लगा लेना है and revise it daily. डेली इसको रिवाइज करना है. दे कैन बी आस्क्ड इन योर इंटरव्यू ऑल्सो, ओके. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आंध्र प्रदेश, ईयर ऑफ फॉर्मेशन 1956, लेजिस्लेशन थ्रू विच इट वॉज फॉर्म्ड, स्टेट रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट 1956. हरियाणा 1966, ईयर ऑफ फॉर्मेशन, लेजिस्लेशन पंजाब रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट 1966, ओके. The States Reorganization Act 1956 reformed the boundaries of Indian states and territories, systematizing them on language basis. Underline this. On which basis they were systematized? Language. The newly drafted Constitution of India came into force on 26 January 1950, distinguished states into 4 major categories. Part A, Part B, Part C and Part D. There are 4 main types of states. Okay. So Part A, former governors provinces of British India. These states were ruled by elected governor and state legislature. For example, Bombay, Madras, Assam, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, UP, Punjab, etc. Part B, these were former princely states or groups of princely states. They were governed by a Raj Pramukh. Raj Pramukh is the ruler of a constituent state and elected legislature. He was appointed by President of India, and the Part B states are Patiala, East Punjab, Hyderabad, Jammu Kashmir, Travancore, Cochin, Madhya Bharat, Mysore, Rajasthan and Saurashtra. Then Part C states comprised both the former Chief Commissioner's province and some princely states. These states were governed by Chief Commissioner, who was appointed by President of India. Part C states are Ajmer, Bhopal, Bilaspur, Coorg, Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, Kutch, Manipura, Tripura, Vindhya Pradesh. Part D states Andaman and Nicobar Islands only, appointed, administered by Lieutenant Governor, appointed by central government. You have to memorize them, okay? Now, why was the States Reorganization Commission formed? So, at the time of independence in 1947, India had more than 500 disjointed princely states. Princely states we had, but they were not jointed, they were not united. तो इंडिपेंडेंस के टाइम पे 500 प्रिंसली स्टेट्स थे जो कि डिसजॉइंटेड थे, पूरी तरीके से यूनाइटेड नहीं थे. Temporarily, the constituent units of India were divided into Part A, B, C and D. So, state reorganization was formed by the Government of India on 29th December 1953. Underline and remember this date. State reorganization, कब हमने इसको कमिटी को बैठाया था? 29 December 1953. Why? To look into the matter of redrawing the boundaries of the states. So one of the most popular demands was to reorganize states based on language. This was done to make administration easier so that population can be administered on a much more interactive manner. Right? लैंग्वेज के बेस पे हम रीऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे तो उसी हिसाब से हम एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को अपॉइंट करेंगे, उसी हिसाब से लोगों के साथ ज्यादा अटैच और ज्यादा जुड़ सकेगा एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. राइट? So State Reorganization Commission considered of consisted of H.N. Kunzru, Fazal Ali and K.M. Panikkar. Please underline this. This is very important. So on what basis were Indian states reorganized? Soon after independence, 571 princely states were reorganized and they were merged together to form 27 states. 571 princely states को merge करके 27 states तैयार किए गए थे. The reorganization was done on political and historical consideration, and it was done on a temporary basis. So State Reorganization Commission, it was formed in 1953 and it gave its report that we can reorganize 16 states and 3 union territories. So government divided the country into 14 states and 6 union territories under the State Reorganization Act, which was passed in 1956. But this commission recommended that it is neither possible nor desirable to reorganize states on the basis of single test of either language or culture, but a balanced approach should be taken, right, to reorganize the states. So when the states were reorganized later on, one could say that basis of reorganization, underline this, could be linguistic also, ethnic also, or administrative purpose also. Language was not the only basis. Language इकलौता basis नहीं था, because it would not help in ease of administration, but also the development of vernacular language was ignored by British. Right? So you cannot pick one language in a particular state to rule the people, because there are different languages which were undeveloped. Okay? So एक ही state में, for example Nagaland, right? For example Chhattisgarh, you cannot rely on one language to administer the whole state. Now the next important topic is regarding the Vaibhav Summit. Vaibhav is the acronym for Vaishvik Bharatiya Vaigyanik Summit, which is launched recently. It was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 2nd October 2020, which was the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. The Vaibhav Summit is a global virtual summit of overseas and resident Indian scientists, because the word over here is Vaigyanik, scientist. Clear? Vaishvik means global. Bharatiya means Indian. Okay. So it is a global virtual summit of overseas and resident Indians, scientists, researchers and academicians. It was launched by Prime Minister Modi this year only on 2nd October, and it concluded on 31st October also. So the areas where this summit discussed, the areas which were discussed were quantum technologies, artificial intelligence. Question on artificial intelligence came in prelims 2020. Machine learning, communication technologies, computational data sciences, aerospace technology, etc. Aim of this summit is to bring Indian origins luminaries in the academic institutes and R&D organizations, research and development organization across the world to strengthen up the science and technology base in India. So the Web of Summit is a joint effort of various science and technology and academic organizations, including Department of Science and Technology, Defense Research and Development Organization as well. Over here you can see it was inaugurated on 2nd October 2020 and it concluded on 31st October 2020, which was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Jayanti as well. Underline this, it is important for prelims. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Right, ज़्यादा important news नहीं थी, इतनी ही news थी, इतने ही important points थे जो discuss करने थे PIB से. Also, do not forget to watch the live classes, free classes by Rakesh Verma sir and Mrunal Patel sir discussing the ethics paper. The link is given below in the description box. Thank you.